Okay, so here we go, you guys. This is our team call for December, and it won't be the last time we see each other because we're going to do a lot of cool things in December. But tonight, I want to make sure that you walk away from this call and you feel so prepared on how to launch and share 9 Week Control Freak with your network, with your audience, with your coaches, and just what to do every single day to make sure that people are going to start with us in January. So tonight, I'm going to go through a lot of the nuts and bolts and logistics. I've worked really hard today on creating a launch plan and an invite flow and gathering resources for you that I thought would help you and put them all into one place for you as well. And Erica's going to make sure that you also leave tonight just feeling really energized, because she's so good at that, and feeling just like so full of hope and belief for where the end of the fourth quarter is going to take you and your business and your results. It's just going to be so much fun. Okay. So, and welcome. We've got some newer coaches on here tonight. We've got Heather on for her first call. That's so cool. I love seeing that. That's so cool. But you guys, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We had a call last week where we had all of our test group participants share. If you haven't had a chance to watch that, definitely do. Autumn was on the National Wake Up Call today. Like, any chance you can get to hear the trainer talk about her program, you can hear the actual, girls who've gone through the program talk about it. That's so imperative too. I know that I've talked to a few coaches that were kind of like, I don't know if I'm excited or not. Well, I saw so many of you today so excited, like ordering as soon as you could last night and shouting it from the rooftops today. And I swear, like, your energy and your excitement like makes me even more excited. And so I cannot wait for us to tackle this program together the start of 2021. And I cannot wait for you to change lives with it. Not only yours, but the lives of other people. It's just going to be so fun. I love when there's a huge program launch and we can all do it together. I just feel like there's really cool, magical things that happen. And so all of that is starting today with your energy and getting your packs purchased. And I do think that getting your pack purchased as soon as possible, or your accessories, whatever you decide to get, is very, very important, because you want to get your products in, you want to get your control track in, the ball in, so you can start to show people what it is. Because I have people that I'm talking to, current coaches even, that are just mostly discount coaches, and some previous customers and stuff. And they're like, well, I'm not sure about all that equipment. And I can't wait to be like, look, it's like, I can put it in my suitcase and take it to Disney with me, right? Like, it's not all that equipment. So there's really not a ton of equipment. And so I think us getting our goodies on the way is really, really important. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're just going to get this started. So at any point in time, you guys, during our call tonight, if you have any questions whatsoever, drop them in the chat box, and we'll make sure that we get to those and answer them as we go. Oh, I meant to delete that second picture. Hold on a second. Okay, that was just me making a graphic. Yeah. And I will download all of these and give them to you at the end of all of this to you guys. I've already put the link to our Google Drive folder on the team page, on the Fit Fighter Nation team page. So that information is there for you now. So a lot of what I'm going to show you tonight, I just put on the team page, so it's there for you. Okay, so we were counting down to control, and now it's time to control. Like, I'm so pumped about this. Okay, so here's what we need to know. Okay, so again, I'll download all of these and give them to you. You just need to write down dates or put them in your calendar for right now. Okay, so as far as the timeline, I felt like this is what I needed. Like, I was like, okay, I need to like backwards plan all of this. And I went over a little bit of this timeline before. I've shared some of this in our info group, which is our previous flash sale group. We just took that same group and just turned it into a new purpose, which I thought is working really, really well. So here's coach wise. Okay, I'm going to go over this. So ideally, if you are an existing coach or a newly enrolling coach, the ideal time for you to purchase would be this week. Okay, leading into last day being the 13th. Now, people can purchase past the 13th. I'm just saying ideally. Okay, because I'm going to do a raffle for all the coaches that sign up, all of you that get your 9-week Control Freak accessory bundle, challenge pack, or completion pack. I'm going to do a raffle in our info group on Monday, the 14th, and give away 4 $20 gift cards just to be like, yay, raw, let's do this. Okay. And so there's a little bit of urgency there. There's focus there for coaches to get enrolled and for you to enroll coaches right now. Of course, they can continue to enroll beyond that point, but if you want to get in on the raffle and get your, possible $20 gift card from me, you want to be getting that right now. And that's important because I want everybody to get their products in time. I want you to be able to unbox them, be able to talk about them, figure out how to use them so you can confidently share it with customers. Okay, I'm just creating a timeline because we all need that in a sense of urgency because that always drives energy. Now, the last day to purchase to get everything on time to start with us on January 4th would be December 27th. Okay. So if you're waiting on something or somebody's waiting on something or it takes them forever to decide, December 27th would be your last chance to purchase, to get everything in on time. If someone orders on the 28th, the 29th, the 30th, because they are, and they're going to enroll as a coach, like it's going to happen, it's okay. Ideally, okay, this is what we would want the timeline to be so that we can get started on time. Okay. Now, customer purchase window is much shorter for me in my head and what I am promoting. Okay. I'm promoting that they, again, purchase from the 21st through the 27th. Again, a sense of urgency because of the product getting to them on time and having time to set up. Okay. And being part of our prep group and stuff like that. And so the customer purchase raffle, I'll give away 3 gift cards to all of our new customers who purchase within the info group. That will all happen on Monday, the 28th. So again, that 27th deadline is kind of a hard push for them to get started by the 27th. And I will do my best to help everyone hopefully get started before the Christmas holiday. Just because, right? It would be nice to try to have everyone enrolled, but you better believe that people are going to be very ready, the 27th, the 28th, 29th, ready to go. Okay. And it's okay if they enroll after that. This is just my timeline. These are my ideal dates and what I will be pushing, what I will be advertising, talking about, sharing in my stories, sharing in my invites, sharing in my follow-ups, these deadlines, because this would be best possible scenario so people get everything and they can get started on time. And now our test group, which I'm really, really excited about. This is something for all coaches on our team and for all of your customers as well. So all of our coaches, our newly enrolling coaches, and all of your newly enrolling customers or existing customers who purchase an accessory bundle or who purchase a challenge pack or completion pack, they are all welcome to be part of our team test group. We will lead one test group for 9-week Control Freak for customers and for coaches. I think it'll be really, really awesome. And it is going to start day 1. We will start day 1 of our program on January the 4th. Okay, so all of the dates that you need to know would be that we will open the BOD group. So start sending invites, right? Like you will get that email invite or it'll show up on your BOD groups app, right? Starting on December 21st. But nothing will happen in that group yet. It'll just be open so we can start to get people in the door, okay? Nothing will happen until December 28th when prep week starts. So we'll do a prep week within our BOD group, okay? And it will start on Monday, the 28th. And then the last possible day for us adding anyone to this would be January the 10th. That's like, okay, you're too late now kind of thing. Like a week after we start, we're done. Okay. If anyone wants to do 9-week Control Freak with you after January 10th, they'll need to be added to your like January Wellness Club or your next group. Okay. Or you'll want to launch the program a second time and have a second start date. But there will be a point where we're like, okay, and we're done. Everybody's doing the same program. We're all in it together. You might be a week behind us. That's cool. Okay. But January 10th, no more admittance into the team test group. The final post, the last official day that I will be leading it, that any of our leaders will be leading it, will be Sunday, March 7th. That would be like, we finish the program Sunday, March 7th. But I will leave the group open so people can kind of finish up if they kind of got behind a little bit or started a little late. And that would be Wednesday, March 17th, done. The group closes. Okay. So we don't want to we don't want to like get in there and just like drag our feet. Want to get in there and take it, and run. And so that those would be our dates that we're working with there. So that will hopefully help you plan your challenge groups in 2021 and know what's going on and know what to expect. But a lot of coaches, what they do is they lead that first test group, and then they plan a second launch of the test group too. Because once these results start coming in, and once people watch you do it, and you have some customers and clients that have results, it's really, really smart marketing wise to launch a second test group. And that would be something you would do on your own or with another group of coaches. So that's something to think about. So some of the details for you to know: this will be in BOD groups. Okay. It will happen in BOD groups. We will have just a few people being the admins of the group and leading the group. It will be required that all of our participants have purchased an accessory bundle, 9-week Control Freak accessory bundle challenge pack or completion pack. I'm not going to navigate whether or not they bought Shakeology or whether or not they bought Performance. Like, that is kind of doesn't really matter. They got the program, let's get in and do the program. And if somebody's not a Shakeology customer or Performance Line customer and you want them to be, then that's up to you. But I also think they're going to get in there and see all these people drinking the products and using their Energize, and they'll probably end up wanting it anyway. So I think there's two sides to that. So that's up to you whether or not you want to extend the invite to somebody, but I'm going to let my customers and coaches come in who may not have Shakeology or the Performance Line, because I want them to just do the program with us and have a blast with us, and maybe fall in love with the community all over again and just want it all again, right? I also think that extending a hand of grace right now is highly appreciated, right? So you've got to be a coach in our downline or a customer of a coach in our downline to be a part of this group. So if you have friends and people in other downlines and other teams, they would need to join the challenge group or the test group for their team. Okay. So that would be a conversation that you'd want to have for them. Every person who wants to be in our test group, including you guys, all of you, will have to fill out an application, which I have that done. It's ready to go. I already posted it in our info group, just so that we have your email in one place and can really quickly organize and shoot those email invites out. That's what that's for. And just to make sure everybody has placed their order. Okay. And then you can expect the same kind of things you would expect in any kind of challenge group, but there'll be, a daily post, a weekly meal plan shared, lots and lots of resources for meal prep and nutrition, weekend check-ins, weekly check-in every day, that are weekend check-in every single week, those kinds of things. It'll be a great test group with lots of great energy, and we will need all hands on deck from our team and from all of you to cheer each other on and to support each other and be a light in there, and not just rely on the admins of the group to be the cheering section. So we'll need you guys in there too to do some of the cheering and celebrating and that kind of thing. I highly recommend, it's the best practice of mine, so it's something to kind of get in your head right now, that if you're ever going to invite a customer or a coach or a client to a larger group like this, first of all, it's going to be an incredible experience because of the energy, right? And it allows you a chance to be a challenger again in a test group, and that's really cool. But I always encourage you to also have your own unique, private, intimate experience happening as well, where you're not just relying on the test group itself to do the work for you and to do the coaching for your people and to build the relationships, but you would also host something on the side. And for me, I do that in messenger threads, like little pods, where if I have a larger group going, I have a smaller group of just my people together, and especially new people together, where I can talk to them daily, give them tips daily, answer questions. They can get to know each other and create their own small community. So just know that. So think about whatever you will be providing to your clients. You'll be in a large team test group, but I'll also provide a small, intimate accountability group for us through Messenger, thinking about that, because that's really cool. And I think honestly, that's where a lot of magic happens. That's where you find and develop your Beachbody lifers. And it's just a really cool experience when you do that. Doesn't have to have a lot of structure. It's just where people get together and you're there for each other. And I also really encourage you to, since it's the new year, and this is something that works really well for a lot of teams and a lot of you, is that instead of us hosting a big, huge team wide like virtual gym where there's a Zoom link and people can pop on and work out together via Zoom in the morning for accountability. A lot of people love that. Maybe you doing a smaller one for your group of people, thinking about the opportunity to really build your community and really start to develop relationships. And so providing those unique, like intimate experiences for your customers. And even if you have a small team or just a few customers or clients, maybe teaming up with another coach to host those virtual gyms, which are just morning Zoom accountabilities. Those are really cool. And that might be something to consider and to brainstorm to start the year doing that, because that could be really great, especially if you need help yourself getting up to do your morning workout. That could be something really great that you implement into this program, into this experience for 2021. Okay, so a couple of things that I did for you guys is today I created your marketing plan for December. I have my blanket, Jenny, and it got too hot, so thank you. My marketing plan, I also created a social media posting plan for you, and I also created the launch guide for you guys. Okay, and so this is, and I'm so glad I did this because I was reminded that this was necessary, because today, Danielle reached out to me, my coach Danielle, and she's like, I feel like nobody is signing up today. Like, what am I doing wrong? And I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody's doing everything right today. Like, today's the best launch day ever. Okay. Cause she felt like she was failing because she didn't have all these people signing up today. Like I don't know, like there's this perception that on launch day that like we were up all night and all day, like creating share cards. Okay. And I know that there's coaches who do that. And I mean, I'm just not that person. And I didn't feel like that was our goal today. Our goal today was to get the program ourselves. And our goal today was to help our coaches get the program. And if we had some customers that wanted to upgrade to a coach today and get it today, then they got theirs today. Like that was today. Like everything happened today the way it was supposed to. And so that's the first week of a launch. The first week of a launch is when you do get it yourself and you enroll all of your existing coaches with the program and you help them get set up, the ones that want to do it with you. All my existing coaches don't even want to do it. Okay. They're like, oh, I'm still good with 80-day obsession. Like they're still whatever. Okay. And then maybe enroll some new coaches this week. And I will be doing that. I'm going to enroll some new coaches this week. And most of them are existing customers that are going to upgrade to a coach that are excited for that next step, and so those are the two main things that you'll be doing today, tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. And then we're also starting to invite all those current customers and maybe former customers, former coaches, people that are in our ecosystem that maybe we've invited in the past and they've said no. We start to re-invite and maybe re-engage what I know Erica calls that like the low-hanging fruit, the people that are kind of already in the ecosystem, and the people that have maybe already expressed interest, maybe the people in your life that you're like, they already they love fitness, or I used to work out with them at the gym or whatever. Those would be the people. And we're inviting them to the info group. We're inviting them to learn more about our plan. Okay. And I'll show you the invites and that kind of stuff, but that's the week one. Okay. Week one's like getting your stuff and it's like coach focused. Okay. And then next week, we start to invite new potential customers, maybe all of our friends, all of our followers. Literally, I'm going to make a list of pretty much everybody that like is on my list of people, like all my followers, reach out to all of them, because I feel like right now, like everybody needs an invitation to start a plan with us in 2021. They've been watching us. They've been seeing us. Maybe they just started watching you, but like they need to know like, hey, I'm doing something cool for the new year and I'd love to know if you want to be a part of it. Like, so literally for me in my mind, like every single person I know needs to be invited. Like I'm going to send out hella invites next week. And all the people that have said no, not right now, because I just feel like people are in a different mindset and people are ready for a fresh start. They're ready, not only that, but they're ready to take control, and they're ready to take back control. They're ready to put themselves first. They're ready for a change. They're ready for a new chapter. They're ready for all of these new things. And we have the recipe for that. And so to me, next week is like all like craziness. Like I'm inviting everybody I know, and I'm inviting them to learn more, but I'm also inviting them to the info group. And that's that previous flash sale group that we ran. On December 10th, I'll be able to change the name, by the way. I can't change the name yet, according to Facebook's rules. They're like, sorry, you can't change the name that quick. I'm like, oh, crap. So I'll be changing the name soon. Okay. And then the week before Christmas, I'm not going to work my biz every day, right? Okay. I'm going to show up on my journey. I'm going to show up on social media, but I'm going to do a last call. Okay. The week, right. Those few days before Christmas. And then the next week, the few days before New Year's, final last call. Okay. And all those people that I talked to, it's like follow-up week, right? Follow-up time. So that's kind of the focus. Now you will have all these slides. I've also downloaded the PDFs of these and they're all in our folder, our Google Drive folder. Okay. So there's that. Now I'm not going to walk through every single one of these because it might even be hard for you to see based on what you're doing, but this is a social media plan. Okay. And this is me saying, these are some ideas of what you could post on Instagram or Facebook. These are some ideas of what you could share in your stories. Okay. Best practice always, especially right now. Okay. I have some coaches that are like, I really hate social media. I just want to put it down and put it away. Well, that's okay. You can hate social media, but this is your free business tool that everybody's on right now. And that everybody's looking for Christmas ideas. They're looking for inspiration. They're looking for motivation. They're doing all their shopping from here. They're buying their Pelotons from here. They're signing up for fitness apps from here. They're doing all that kind of stuff from here. So you might as well show up and be their friend that is inspiring them and motivating them and being a light in their life. So social media right now is a chance for you to be a light in someone's life and be able to make connections with people in your audience and in your network where you can give yourself the opportunity to change their life. Okay. So social media is like the most amazing thing you have right now. And so if you have a plan and you know kind of how to show up or where to show up and that kind of thing, it makes it a lot easier. I think sometimes we don't like it when we feel like we're on it all the time. And that's your own deal. Okay. You got to set some boundaries and parameters if you feel like you're always on social media. I always tell my challengers in my challenge group, instead of scrolling social, go to our challenge group. Like that time that you like want to sit down at night and like decompress and like scroll, go into our challenge group on bod groups instead. Right. Same thing with you guys. Like instead of like scrolling social media and getting lost in the mumbo jumbo and the craziness and the negativity, go into your bod group and you'll instantly be reminded like why the heck we're doing this, because that's beautiful what's going on in the bod groups right now. Or be intentional about your use on social media and be like, oh, I'm going to go talk to 10 new people right now, right? Or I'm going to go love on 10 people. I'm going to send birthday messages, right? Be intentional with your use of social media and you'll like fall in love with it all over again, because I think it's a powerful, amazing free tool that we have. So I've got a sample posting plan for you, and I'm challenging you in the month of December. Okay. I'm challenging you in the month of December to see this month as a month where you can make massive strides in your life and in your business, and it will happen on social media. Okay. If you show up one time a day on your timeline and post once a day, or every other day, okay, for crying out loud. And then you share in your stories, at least maybe like 5 stories a day of your healthy lifestyle. Just show people what you're doing, maybe talk a few times. I saw so many of you share on the gifts of coaching that one of the biggest parts, the most common way that your confidence has changed is that you have been able to show up and talk on your stories and in your social media. And I thought that was super cool. But also to engage with other people, like social media works when you're social on social, when you talk to people, when you engage with people, when you comment back and send emojis and gifts and stuff like that. Social media is like, oh, cool. She's like fun on social media. So I want all of her friends to see her content. But also the biggest challenge is, and I had to put this out there because this is a challenge I have for myself, is to do at least 1 reel a week, which is something I'm still learning. But I also know that Lily Fellows is going to be doing a call for us where she helps us do reels. I know Megan and I tried to do that and we kind of touched the surface, and Lily's going to take it to the next step. And so that'll be something through Rise Up Leaders. So just kind of heads up, that's coming this month. I think it's like next week or something like that. So we'll get it in there. Don't worry about it. But here's a great posting plan. You will see the red tiny print where it says 9-week control freak CTA. That's a 9-week control freak call to action. That's where like today you make a post about why you're so excited about this program and how this program is going to help people. and you include a call to action. I'm starting my wait list. I'm going to lead my first group of the year. We're going to do this program together. Who's ready to start? Who wants info, right? A call to action where you actually are prompting people to take action. That's where the red is. So I'm suggesting that you have at least 2 calls to action in your Facebook post or your Instagram feed 2 times a week. Okay. So again, this is all, you have all of this in the folder. I think that was the last one. Okay. I think so. That was the last one of that. Okay. So now I want to take you to the beautiful part that I've been working my booty off on today. This is our folder. Okay. This is our 9-week Control Freak launch Google Drive folder. I compiled all the resources that I thought you would need to just run without having to think about it. Okay. In one place. And so my best piece of advice is that you have the Google Drive app on your phone and you log in and you have access, you got it all figured out. This folder, like once you click on this link, okay, from the team page, you go to the team page, you find the link where I shared it, you click on the link, this folder will now be part of your Google Drive, but it will be under the section called Shared with Me, and you have access to it now. So all you do is click on it. And if you're logged into Google Drive on your phone, you will now have all this, you don't have to go to the team page every time to find it. It will now be a part of your Google Drive in the Shared with Me section. And you just are able to click and access it from your phone. Okay, so it's really super awesome. Like I will open this folder up all the time and just like copy and paste and forward and like just it's awesome. Okay, so it's really great stuff. It will be at your fingertips where you can literally send invites and more info wherever you are. Okay, during your power hour or not, or maybe just like sitting waiting to pick a kid up from basketball. Okay, so what you've got going on here, I'm going to direct, like there's a lot of stuff and I haven't organized folders within here. Maybe I will later, but there's a few things that you need. Okay, there's a few things you need. The first thing you need is this, the 9-week Control Freak invite flow. That's the money. Okay, the invite flow. That one, I just highlighted it. Okay. The second thing are the follow-ups. Okay, that's like what you would send to people. That's what you need. Everything else is kind of extra and you'll need it when you get there. Okay, but those are the 2 things that are like, that's the money right there. Okay. Extra things here, you obviously can see some before and afters. You can see the bundle, like the pictures of the challenge packs. I put the marketing plan here. I put the posting plan here and I uploaded them as PDF so you could print them really easily. You've got the 9-week Control Freak launch prep calendar. I just put that in the info group today, but here it is. So you can download it as a PDF, right? You have it in your own way so you can do with it what you want. I've got the training guide that's in the Coach Online office. We've got the application that you will fill out and any of your coaches and customers will fill out. So here it is, like you can send it to them yourself. Okay. And then I've got some other graphics that you'll see how they fit into my invite flow. And then at the very bottom here, I've got like the flavor selections for Shakeology and Energize. So like when you're building someone's cart and you're like, what flavor do you want? That, so you don't have to type it out every time. You can be like, check out the graphic. Here are the flavors. Here's my favorites. It just simplifies everything to just send the graphic when you're like setting someone's cart up. So you don't have to go like the flavors are this and this and this, right? It's easier that way. Okay, so I'm going to open up the invite flow. Okay, this is what you will use and reference. And I'll probably tweak and add and make some changes to this because that's what I love about Google Drive. It's like an ever-changing document. But this is what you would use when you sit down to invite. And when someone says, sure, I'd like more info, what you send next and how the conversation rolls. This is the conversation flow, okay, when you invite people and what you send to them. So I have what you would send to people who watch your stories, okay? What you would send to people who like or comment on your post, okay? Because those are basically the 2 main types of people that come across your feed. I also think that both of these invites could be tweaked for just people that are on your list on your mind, someone you've been thinking about. A lot of times, if someone hasn't been commenting or liking or watching, I'll just say, hey, I was totally thinking about you and I think this would be awesome, right? Like, I don't have to say, oh, thanks for watching or thanks for commenting or thanks for the love. Hey, I was thinking about you, right? Personalize it, make it like fit, but all the info's there. So basically kind of what I'm saying is I'm getting geared up for my first program of 2021 right now with a brand new, incredible at-home solution. And I'm looking for some motivated babes to do it with me. We will hit the ground running in 2021 with a plan for the first 9 weeks of the year. Oops, sorry. Girl, I'm so excited to have something to be excited about right now and ready to take back control of what I can after this crazy 2020. The more the merrier, and the invitation is open to you as well. Is this something you'd want more details about? If not, totally cool. I hope you're having an awesome week. Can I send you some info today? So it's kind of the vibe, okay? And then when someone says, sure, I'd like more info, then chatting details, here's what I would send next, okay? So for me, what I'm sending them the first look Vimeo. So like, check this out, see if you'll see the cool vibe behind the program. Then I say, so see, it's really simple. As your coach, this is my main goal, okay? And then I invite them to be a part of the info group. So this message is a little longer, but this is what I think is like, I don't know if they'll watch the video and I don't know if they'll join the info group. And I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with that. But this is really what I want them to answer. Okay. Okay, watch, request to join in. Also got to know where you fall in this poll. 1, ready to lose 5 to 10 pounds. 2, ready to lose 10 or more. 3, ready to gain muscle. And you can change this up. Like, this was me just coming up with it. 4, ready to take back control of my nutrition. 5, feeling lost and overwhelmed and ready to focus on me again. 6, looking for a challenge. I really want them to do that because I feel like if someone answers back and says, 2, 4, 5, it's crazy, things are nuts. Like, I have so much that we can talk about. Oh my gosh, girl, I totally feel you. I know what it's like to need to lose 10 pounds. And I remember when I started, I felt so out of control with my nutrition. I didn't know what to do, and it's been so hard right now to focus on ourselves. We've been navigating so many hard things. I feel you. I hear you. There's so much we could relate to if someone answers the poll. People love polls, right? And so that would be what I would send for more info. And I also made these graphics because this worked for me when I launched 30-Day Breakaway. When I sent more info, I also sent these 2 graphics. Okay. And so I think it looks professional. And I also think that people don't always read the message, but they'll look at the photo. So I'm just like, my teacher brain is appealing to the different types of brains. Okay. And so I'm not only sending, here's more info, but I'm also sending 2 graphics, the 2 best year yet graphics that I have here that are also part of the Google folder that you can download, because it kind of goes over the same thing, but in a different visual way. Okay. And gives them a little bit more info, like the best year yet. And I don't know if that's what our challenge group is called, but that's just like what Eric and I kept saying yesterday. And I was like, this sounds really great. And I want to be part of anything called the best year yet, And so that's just what I'm calling it right now. So it's the best year yet virtual fit club right now. When it starts, prep week begins, the program from me, you're going to get this. Here's how to enroll. Okay. Like the quick and dirty, like Cliff Notes version. So then they respond and they tell you about where that they want to lose weight and their struggle with their nutrition. And then you respond to their goals and you respond to their struggle. You relate to them. This is a sample of that. I would send them this picture of the people who've gotten results. And I would say, wow, look at this. This is amazing. Like, so much is possible. We can totally do this. We're in it together. Let's lock arms. Like, these girls have gone through the program. They've done it. We can do this. Right. And relate to the struggle in that. And just say the very last question here. Do you want me to send you the starter packs to check out? Most people are like, yes. Like, at that point, because you've related, the struggle, you got it, the results are possible, right? Like, so like getting a yes takes time. It takes knowing what someone's pain points are and their struggles are. And that's what the flow walks you through. And that's always the missing piece. Okay. This is the exact flow I use for 30-day breakaway. And all those babes are still here. Okay. And they're all still loving life, and they're falling in love with Beachbody, and they're ready to take it to the next level, And so it helped me to know, and it will help you to know what someone's struggling with. And when they know that and that you can connect 9-week Control Freak and our group and our community and our like every part of that, and then UPF or 2E mindset to what they need, it's so easy to sell it because we all understand how the solution is going to help them. But you've got to ask that question, can I show you the starter packs? Like, we're going to do this, let's go. Do you want to see the starter packs? And then that's when you start chatting prices. Key, I always send the deluxe challenge pack option to someone. And most of my people purchase the deluxe challenge pack because most people are ready to level up. Like, a lot of times we get scared and we're like, that's a lot of money. I don't know if they have it. Like, stop. Like, you're putting your limiting beliefs on someone else. You have to let a grown-up make their own decision on how much money they want to spend. And so I always share the Shakeology Performance Challenge packs. Okay. And then I also always show a deluxe challenge pack, because truth is, that's everything that I use, and it's the best deal. So like, I would be mad if someone didn't share it with me. And I'm like, well, I could have gotten Energize. What are you talking about? I wanted Energize, so I always share 3 options: option 1, option 2, option 3. And option 3 is my favorite pick. It's my top pick. And that's the deluxe challenge pack, because it's the best deal and it's everything I use. And if I were doing 9-week Control Freak, I can't imagine not having Energize and recovery. You know what I mean? I mean, you all feel the same way. So like, I got to share it, and they can make the decision whether or not that's what they want. So I give the options, I share what's in there, I share the value, the price, and I share the graphics that you all saw on the Google folder. And then when they're ready to sign up, okay, ask them their questions, what flavors they want, send them the graphic with the flavors, and then send the share cart. Anytime I send a share cart, I let them know, especially if they're going to enroll as a coach. This flow talks about enrolling as a coach, because that's what we're doing right now. If anyone enrolls right now, they're enrolling as a coach for the next 2 weeks. So all of this language is about enrolling as a coach, by the way. But I always, when I send the link, so you guys, I build a share cart, okay? And I email it to them, right? We email it to them, we send it to them, but then I copy shareable link and I send it to them via whatever way we were talking, like Messenger or text. And I send them the shareable link, because most of the time people are not getting the email. Okay. So you got to send the shareable link. And I'm always like, hey, here's, click, open, whatever, and check out the special offers. Because if they're enrolling as a coach, they're going to get special offers, but then they're going to get 25% off on top of that. So like, check out the collagen, check out the 3-day refresh. Might as well get yourself a tank to kick off this journey. Like, I'm going to bring up what they're going to see in the cart. And that way too, then they're going to get some awesome extra deals and feel really good about that. And add to their cart. I don't add to the cart for them, but I point out what they can add to the cart and get their extra 25% off. I mean, that's fun. It's fun to save. Okay. So then that's the flow. Okay. So you guys have all of this in this folder. Okay. So 9-week Control Freak invite flow. That's everything I went over. The graphics that I showed you are here as well. The pictures of the challenge packs that are all in the info group are here. Your countdown to control prep calendar is here. Your Shakeology flavor options, your follow-ups, everything. Okay. So that's all here. And this is on the team page as a Google link, a Google Drive link. Okay. You just need to have a Google account and you got it. Most of you do. And I learned how to do all of this with coaching, but a lot of you already know how to do all of this. Okay. All right. So I think that's all. I'm going to stop my screen share and see what questions we have. And then I'm going to turn it over to Erica. Okay. Let's see. Anything? Okay. You can start talking while I read through the questions if you want to.
I think we're good. But you can go
Oh,
ahead.
You think so?
looking through the questions, but first of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much. And everybody, if you could just take a second to blow up the chat section with gratitude to Erin for her hard work on the flow, because the truth of the matter is that when we first signed up to coach, we did not have things like the flow and the game plans and all of this kind of thing. I mean, we very much just showed up, did our best, and that was it. And so, obviously we have immense amount of gratitude for Erin and her hard work tonight. So please just honor and celebrate her. I also want to say, as a caveat, I mean, obviously you guys are on this call because you mean business. And you know that this call was about 9-week control freak, and you knew that this call was going to help you make December the best month of 2020 and moving into the best year yet as we look ahead at next year with such hope and such opportunity. But the truth is that you have everything you need inside of you. And you did a week ago, you did a year ago, you did 8 years ago. And so at the very simplest, before I go on to kind of talk a little bit more about how we can truly make this the best launch yet, the best program yet, the best year yet, is that this business and this team started simply by friends reaching out to friends, telling friends what they were up to, what they were excited about, and connecting people to the total solution: Shakeology, workout programs, sisterhood, community support, accountability, all the things that we have to offer with this program, and really honestly with every other launch that we've done. So if you got a little bit overwhelmed when you saw all those things, and if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed, I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to see this for what it is, which is a glorious, amazing, wonderful opportunity. And a couple things that I wanted to mention as Erin was going through her flow is that if you kind of look at it as a whole, you will see that she always ends in a question. She is not talking about cost right away. Okay, so those are things to implement. Even if you don't use the flow how she does, that's totally fine. Even if you Heather, Melissa, Amy, just pick up your phone and you shoot a message to your besties and your family and you're like, hey girl, oh my gosh, I don't know if you've seen me talking about it, but I'm so freaking excited. I just committed to an awesome program that's going to kick off in the new year. Would you want to hear more about it and maybe join me in the journey? Like literally, that's it. It's that simple. And you notice I sent an invite, I shared my excitement, I ended with a question. It's truly that simple. So at the very basic, you have everything you need inside of you no matter what. So I am just super amped up because I think back to me and my journey and my team's journey and my business, and when we built a 5-star elite team, and it was truly 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme. It was truly autumn calabrese. It was truly the hype behind a program that pairs fitness, nutrition, sisterhood, support, and accountability, and in a fun and exciting way. And that is exactly what this program is. Okay. So I am going to share a little bit with you guys about how we can use December, because obviously we have some time here, which is beautiful, because I think in the launches that have happened this year, we've kind of felt like fast and furious and pressed and rushed. And we felt like kind of like an element of more pressure than we did joy and excitement. But we get to have that joy and excitement with this program. And that is a very beautiful thing. And the truth is, you guys, is that right now, where it stands in the world today, December 7th, 2020, is that people are ready for a breakthrough. They are ready to take control. They are ready to look at blue skies. They are ready to have something to get excited about. And that's the truth. The greatest rise comes after the hardest fall. And everyone can relate to the fall. Everyone can relate to the struggle. Everyone can relate to the hard times. Everybody knows someone who is impacted. Everybody knows someone, if it didn't happen to you, who lost their job, who lost income, who perhaps lost a loved one, who lost health and wellness and hope. And the thing is that is the perfect grounds for a comeback and for a story of relentless pursuit of something better. And there's a quote that I found by J.K. Rowling, and she said, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I built my life." And I just think about that. And I think about the rise that's coming. I see this as the greatest gift that we have been given. You guys, the truth is that Beachbody was originally planning on giving this to us in January. But based on the course of events that happened in this year, they totally flipped the script and they said, you know what? We're going to give this to everybody in December. We're going to give this to the coaches in December, and we're going to give them the gift to be able to launch this and run with this program and work their magic. You guys, we were given this gift. This is a gift, and we have to see it as that. And we have to have the courage to show up. We have to have the courage to be vulnerable, even if it's not the most beautiful package and perfection, to do this on behalf of not just us and our team, but on the behalf of other women. Because I know I say this all the time. Think about if the person who invited you here wouldn't have invited you here. What would you be doing? And if you think about it like that, I know I was reading in the gifts of coaching and all of your beautiful stories, and I read them all the time, and I love watching you guys on social media. And I especially love the newbies on social media because I love watching you all transform out of, the caterpillar into the butterfly. Like, that is such a cool thing to see. But the truth is, you guys, is that we have this beautiful platform to be of service. And I know we all have a desire to help and to be an inspiration to other people. This is that, you guys. This in its most simplest form is that. 8 years ago, I said yes to being a coach after having an amazing challenge group experience with my dear friend, Erin. I love Shakeology. I loved Insanity. I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to save my $18 on Shakeology. And I signed up as a coach, not knowing exactly what it would entail, but it was this time exactly 8 years ago on December 12th when I signed up to be a coach. And wouldn't you know it, that next month I brought 5 of my loved ones, my best friend, my sister, my, friends from childhood along with me on the journey. And my journey to coaching and to a business that absolutely changed my life and the lives of other people started. And this is that. For all of us, no matter where we've been, no matter where we're headed, no matter what our goals are, we have to see this launch as that 5-star elite team that's going to be with us next year, that we get to bring through on the journey with us. Do you guys get that vibe? Do you get that energy? I hope that you can borrow my belief and knowing that 8 years into this business, that is what this is. Trust me when I say that it is. So this is the opportunity to go all in. And there's no doubt in my mind that every single person on this call, all 29 participants who are here tuning in live and all who will catch this later and rock the replay, there's no doubt in my mind that all of us aren't ready to go all in. I know that we're ready to go all in, but how do we go all in and get other people to go all in with us? That's the question. So we go all in, we get our team, and maybe your team right now is you. Maybe that's like the extent of your team. Maybe you're just like, I just literally signed up a week ago. And now, of course we're all a team together, but maybe you're just like, it's just me right now. I'm looking for my +1, my +2, my +5. I'm looking, I'm there, I'm hunting, I'm on the prowl, and I mean that in all the goodness and that I can, but literally you guys get hyped. Your energy is contagious. Your excitement, your joy, your hope is contagious. But you know what also is contagious? Negativity and toxicity and not having a plan and politics and, all of the crap that's like out on social media, all the bad stuff, that's also toxic and contagious. So we get to use this as the beautiful, amazing gift opportunity that it is. And we get to take all the amazing resources that Erin shared with us, and we get to freaking run with it. Okay. We get to run with it. So these are the 2 questions that I want you to ask yourself, and that I'm going to dive into a little bit. How can I show up and share this in the next month? Because we've got our dates, we've got our deadlines, we've got the, let's write those in our calendars, everything like that. How can I show up and share this in the next month? And I was going to open up a forum and kind of talk back and forth with you guys. So if I don't include some things that you are thinking of right now, when I ask this question, how can I show up and share this in the next month? Please, by all means, include it in the chat section once I'm kind of through my list, and I will add it, because I just want to also be very respectful of your time. And I know that I can get off on huge tangents when it comes to mindset and belief and heart and passion in this business. But that's because I know it matters so much. And so ask yourself, how can I show up and share this in the next month? That's number one. The second question is, how will I create the opportunity for people to join me? Okay. And we've got a lot of the answers to these two questions already, especially in what Erin has shared with her bomb.com social media game plan. And again, print that off, keep it in your back pocket. You don't have to post every single thing exactly how, those are ideas. Those are ideas. Okay. Buy the product. Can I trust that everybody on here bought the product today? Okay, good. Okay. So if not, go get it. Go get it now. Do not stop and go get it right now. In like 8 minutes when the call is over, do it. Okay. So personal journey. How can I show up and share this in the next month? Let's talk about your personal journey. Buy the product. And I will share this document, but I do want you to jot down some notes as they come. But if you miss like a word or two, don't sweat it. Just know that I'll share this document too. And we can put it in the Google folder. Make the commitment and tell people. So don't just buy it and just be like, oh my gosh, like I'm stalking my mailman. By the way, I just got my notification that it's shipping. Did you guys get yours? Those who ordered yesterday? Yeah, I got it. It's like, it's on the way. I'm like, what? That's crazy, but okay, bring it on. So anyway, tell people, make the commitment and tell people that you're doing it. Tell your mom, your sister, your friend, your neighbor, tell your colleagues, and anyone and everyone who has ears, tell them what you are doing, because I promise you, and my coach Amanda, I don't know if she's on here or back in the replay, but we've been talking back and forth today. She's like, literally people are coming out of the woodwork. Why? Because she took the time to talk about it on her stories. She took the time to engage in her audience. And here she is already sitting at Success Club for this month because she is talking about what she's doing and what she's excited about. Okay. Do the sample workout and talk about it. Do the sample workout and talk about it. So simple to do that. We share our workouts all the time. Do the sample workout and talk about doing the sample workout. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. Share before and afters from the test group. You guys have that in the resources that Erin shared. Share, I already said this, but share with the world your plans and invite people to join you. So don't just share with the world your plans, but say, oh my gosh, girl, do you want to join me in this journey? Do you want to do this with me? And that's personally via text messages, email, via social media, getting in people's inboxes. That's doing posts on your stories. That's like, oh my gosh, 9-week, control freak. I'm so freaking excited to have a plan. I'm so freaking excited to have something to get excited about. Like this year has been a freaking dumpster fire, but I'm so excited to like, praise the Lord, hallelujah, have like a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. But also have call to actions. So you're doing this on many different levels. You're doing it behind the scenes. You're doing it in front. You're doing it in private. See what I'm saying? Like let it, and this isn't like you being a Beachbody billboard at all. This is you getting excited about something, just like my son is excited about the PlayStation 5 to launch. He's like, oh my gosh, mom, it's going to launch. Is it available? Is it available? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe I should just get the PS4 Pro. Maybe I should, like, I don't know. Do I have enough money for it? Like, I can't wait. Like, like literally. Okay. Do you all have 12-year-old sons? You get what I'm saying here. Insert anything that you've ever been excited about. Have y'all ever been married? Insert you planning your wedding. Have you ever had a baby? Insert you having that baby and the excitement. Oh my gosh, it's getting closer. This is that, you guys. This is that. So see it for what it is and get freaking excited about it. Do an unboxing once you get your package. Literally just be like, Christmas came early. Look at that. Like, have fun with it. You guys have fun with it because it's contagious. Do polls. Just get people hyped up. Ask questions. Who's done the 21-day fix and gotten good results? Who knows what these little color containers are? You know what I'm saying? Like, just get people engaged and talking and have a blast with it. Like Erin said, I love her launch plan where she's like, this week we're doing this and next week we're doing this and blah, 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 blah. Use that because I love that flow and that's going to help you not get overwhelmed. And notice she didn't say on Tuesday at noon, you have to do this or you're going to implode. No, she said this week, this is our goal. So guess what? You show up for your power hours. You show up for your times that you've penciled in because guess what? You're a freaking CEO of a business and you have the most beautiful opportunity right now to freaking explode. So you show up and you're like, I got this. And you freaking lean in and you know that you don't have to be freaking perfect, but you do have to show up and get freaking excited about it. Okay. So take control of the here and the now and get freaking amped up. I love you too, Melissa. Okay, so that's your personal journey. We can freaking crush this. And how cool is it that we know what we're supposed to be doing? Like tomorrow when I wake up, like I'm actually excited to wake up tomorrow and do this. Who else is with me? Who's excited to just be like, put it in the hands of the people? You know what I mean? Like get the PS5 in the hands of the people. But seriously, you guys, like that is this, okay? This is something that everyone can get excited about. This is something that everyone can get excited about. You are the connector. Do you know how important of a role that is to be the connector? You are the person that knows and has the wisdom and has the ability to connect people who are in need of fitness, nutrition, support, accountability, sisterhood, people who are battling depression, people who are battling anxiety, people who have lost more than they've ever thought they would lose. You have the ability to be the connector to the things that's going to help make that person's life better. It's a gift. And shame on me if I don't do anything with that gift to connect. Okay? So think about what has gotten you to the point where you are right now. And I know for me, my story is 8 years long and I'm still writing my story. Every day that I wake up is a new page in that book of coaching and changing lives and being a mentor and being a connector. Okay. Every day. So how can you use your story to give other women the courage to join the journey with us? Okay. And here's what I want you guys to think about as we kind of wrap it up here. And we're actually going to be brainstorming this and you're going to be putting pen to paper now. Just some ideas, 3 different things we're going to be kind of thinking about. If you guys have read this book, Stories That Stick, this is kind of where I'm going. Normal, explosion, new normal. Okay, so write that down. Normal, explosion, new normal. The first thing, who you were before. And your before could be a week ago. Your before could be 7:59. Your before could be 8 years ago. When you were me, when I was a full-time high school teacher who was going through the motions, who was depressed, who was clinically depressed and on anxiety medications, who was at the lowest weight I'd ever been because I never ate. I ate lean cuisines for lunch, and who was literally dying on the vine, giving and giving and giving and giving and giving to everybody else. Depleted, lost on autopilot. Okay. Your before could have been 8 years ago. It could have been 8 minutes ago. But who were you before? What struggles did you face? What obstacles? How did you feel in your skin? How did you feel in your clothes? How did you feel when you looked in the mirror? How did you feel in your head? Who were you before? Okay, so that's your normal. Who you were before. What choices did you make? How did you take control? How did you take back your power? What did you do? What was the explosion? What was the thing that was like, boom, and then she was different? Okay, what was that coming out of the cocoon? Because you were a caterpillar before, and then you're in this cocoon, and now you're breaking out of it. What was that for you? What choices did you make? That's the explosion. Okay. Who are you now? What are you freaking excited about? Who are you becoming? And who do you want to take with you? And what are you going to do with that new hope? That's your new normal. Okay. Normal, explosion, new normal. And that is what I want to leave you with, sweet girls. And I don't think there's any boys on here, but what's up, bros? If you are, sweet girls, we have a story to tell. And your story might be, in fact, your story will be different than mine, because guess what? You're not me. You have a story to tell. And that's the story you need to be showing up with on social media, not dropping a picture of the challenge pack and not dropping a picture of Autumn. Okay. Because nobody's going to connect to a teeny bopper, perfect abs. Like obviously Autumn has her own stories to share, but like people aren't going to be like, oh, look at her. You know what I mean? But they will connect to Missy. And they will connect to Laura. And they will say, you know what? Gosh, I can relate to that. I can relate to that struggle because I felt that. And I actually feel that right now. And what if I made the same choice that Laura made to show up? And what if I was like Lindsay and I said, you know what, I said, you know, if I could say yes to this, I could say yes to a program, I could say yes to a plan, I could say yes to taking back control. What could it be for me? Maybe 2021 is going to be the best year yet for me. Maybe I can stick 2020, flip them the bird and say, peace out, deuces. You know what I'm saying, you guys? That's the hope that we have to instill in people. And reach out to the people who like it, reach out to the people who comment, reach out to you guys, just understand that what you are saying is being received and is being heard, and the right people will see it and the right people will hear it, but our job is to show up, you guys. And I love you so much. And I hope that you take the words that I have shared with you and my heart that I've shared with you tonight, and you take it and you run with it. Tag me in anything, tag us in anything. Like, we're in this together. When we do our unboxings, find a couple people on here, share some IG handles and sharing the sample workout, share you talking about it, you know, connect with a couple girls on here and create a little cohort where you guys are going to show up and you're going to tag each other and you're going to build the hype and you're really going to make it a thing. Like, make it a thing. Guess what? We get to make things that we decide are important. And we know that this is important, and we wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't important. Okay. So your call to action is write that quick little story. You can go deep or not. Again, it can be literally 3 lines. And then you can dive a little bit deeper into those. This can last you all month long, and you can totally tap into all of the ideas that Erin shared with us. So awesome work tonight, you guys, showing up. I don't know if there's any questions in the chat section, but that is what I have for you guys. I will totally share that because I did kind of have a page of notes that I was working off of when I was kind of sharing all that stuff with you, but I will totally add that to our Google folder. So if you missed any of that last part where we're just kind of creating a story, then that will be in there too. But amazing work tonight, you guys. Love and hugs to you. Just so excited to be on this journey with you. Even 8 years into this, I'm still so amped up and so excited to be here with you. So good work. Let's get a picture maybe. Erin, is there anything else you want to add? Anybody else for the good of the order? I just see
I don't need to add anything else. You're good. Yeah, that was perfect. Okay, let's take a photo. You guys unmute your video if you can. Okay, now we see y'all. Marie's all masked up. She must be shopping or something. Okay. Got little kid fingerprints on here. Got it. All right. Okay. Everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Page 2. Hold on. I'll tell you when to smile again. Okay. Smile again. 1, 2, 3. All right. Awesome. I'll post those on the team page so you guys can grab those. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Erica, for your energy. Thank you guys for being here tonight. And I will try to upload this tonight and get it on the team page tonight. Okay. You guys are awesome. Let's do this.